Today I'm delighted to speak to Christopher Marquis from the Harvard Business School. Chris, what are some of your latest thoughts on social entrepreneurship?
I mean, it's really sort of amazing to me over the past 9 years as I've been at HBS, how student interest in this has really just skyrocketed. So I think when I originally started, I was teaching a required class, and maybe a handful, sort of like 5 out of the 90 students were interested in these topics. Today at HBS, there's probably 10, 11 classes alone devoted to this. Some of the things they're interested in, particularly, are some of the new business models that are being created. So, for instance, a famous example is sort of this one-for-one type of model where anytime a company sells a product, they end up actually giving away another product. So, Tom's Shoes, Warby Parker are 2 examples of this. I also think another really interesting phenomena is, how sort of business can be used sort of for social good. So, sort of one example of this, of some cases I've done on chocolate companies, is that these companies are not necessarily interested in sort of selling their products. They're actually interested in transforming sort of the global supply chain on chocolate agriculture and production. And so it's not just about sort of simple products, but these entrepreneurs are actually interested in changing the systems more broadly.
How should business try to get involved in this, or should they?
Yeah, I think that business getting involved in sort of social entrepreneurship is sort of a double-edged sword in some ways, because I think that one of the things they're interested in potentially is sort of attracting new consumers, and if they're getting involved in social entrepreneurship, social businesses, from sort of maybe a non-authentic type of way, it could potentially backfire. So, sort of an example of this that has been written up as sort of a negative example is how I think the company Skechers created sort of a knockoff Tom's one-for-one model called Bob's. And these actually sold. They had a one-for-one model and sold okay, but actually sort of there was a lot of sort of negative publicity they got as a result of this. On the flip side, actually Target Corporation recently implemented a one-for-one around school supplies, and Target is actually sort of well known for being one of the most generous companies in America. Gives away 5% of its profits every year, and so this actually ended up helping them because it actually sort of resonated with their deeper sort of identity and belief. So I think that on the consumer side, I think that unless it's something that sort of the company's had long-standing commitment to or resonates with them, it has the potential to backfire.